Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we'll be doing a review for Wonder Woman number 11. This is an absolute power tie-in. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this. The Worst of Times story is brought to you by Tom King on writing duties, Tony Daniel on art, J. David Ramos on colors, letters by Clem Cowles. You'll see also a plethora of variant covers at the end of the issue. So stay tuned at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. So how does Wonder Woman get involved with the Absolute Power tie-ins? So first of all, if you don't know what Absolute Power is, Amanda Waller has mobilized these Amazo droids to steal the powers of the Justice League and all the heroes in the world. So now we have here Wonder Woman and the Justice League Dark. Wonder Woman and the Justice League Dark have been heavily tied in the past, so it's really fun to see that's where this book is going to. In this issue, we see the Justice League Dark defend Earth against the Trinity of Evil, Waller's War. Wonder Woman's quest for the truth is placed on hold as she comes face to face with Amanda Waller's latest toy, a Task Force 7 robot, ready to take all her powers for good. Do the Justice League Dark have enough power and tricks up their sleeves to save the Amazon Princess? Find out in this Absolute Power tie-in as it begins. We also have a really, really fun story at the back by Belen Ortega, which is just, I love those backup stories, those world's finest stories that are following Lizzie and her shenanigans with John and Damien as she's kind of growing up, different stages of her life. It's beautiful. It's a really fun story. Make sure to check it out. Like I said, there's not a lot of books that make me read the back matter as quickly as the Wonder Woman book does. But now onto the main story. That's right. The Justice League, the Justice League Dark, is kind of all together, hanging out, trying to stay safe. Right. These are all magically imbued beings. So how do these robots affect them when it comes to battle? I think bringing in Tony Daniel really makes this feel like, oh, this is now an event comic book, right? It's been a little while since I had seen Tony Daniel art on a DC book, but it works. Like, he just knows how to work in this style. There's a reason he did so much at one point. So yeah, really interesting. In this issue, we do see that it takes place during the actual events of Absolute Power number 1, so you can kind of keep track of that. This also takes place before the events of Task Force 7 number 1, which came out in the previous week. That was a weird thing that of publishing timeline. So if you read that issue, you already kind of know what's going to happen in this one a little bit. But let me pull up some of the preview art. You can see here Tony Daniel, like I mentioned, just, I love, he gets the characters, he understands. The facial expressions are really fun, specifically like Constantine and Madame Xanadu, as she's trying to understand how to play Go Fish. But of course, the action has to ramp up immediately, right? And Diana at the Watergate Hotel, because she is based out of DC, at least for the moment. And maybe that was the safest place they thought they could see. But I love seeing the Amazo robot just kind of coming in on the background, like as they're not ready for it, right? They're kind of distracted, and tackling John Constantine immediately, taking him to the ground. So yeah, there's a lot of action in here. There's a lot of big fights, of course, and there's also a lot of kind of disappointment. Like the Justice League Dark is not faring well against this android. This Amazo robot definitely has the upper hand. So yeah, really, really fun stuff. Both of the stories in this book, just amazing stuff. This is one of my favorite Wonder Woman runs, and it's really fun. It's always hard for me to figure out which cover I want to, because there's some really cool stuff. And not only does Daniel Sampier do an amazing job with the main covers, but then you have guests like Tony Daniel, who also has come in to do his own work here. So yeah, you can check all that at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.